evening, everyone.
Hello,
Welcome to
everybody.
the Flickerverse Show, where today, or tonight, we're two people, the two most unsupervised beings in the universe at the moment.
Yeah.
We have planned for a week, and we don't know what to do. Please help us. How have you been, Roger?
I'm doing great, yeah. After all the shit happened in the world. But
Yeah,
we're coping.
we're coping.
The
you
world
said-
still turns as the
We're-
wheel does.
Indeed, yeah. So you mentioned you had a couple of days off soon, right? To
Yeah,
work on the farm and
I dropped out of night shifts this morning, and the next days are filled with getting a paddock done next to the stables and doing some yard work and the usual stuff. The
Usual
adulting stuff. The usual.
things that needs to be done before winter, right?
Yeah. Adulting, which is not fun at all.
Yeah.
Don't grow up, kids. It's a trap.
But it also feels good when it's done, right? You need to do it, and then after it's done, it's good.
Yeah, and to be honest, my dad was he was a carpenter, and
Right.
and what carpenter? No, carpenter is woodworking, right?
Yeah.
No, he was stonework. Yeah,
No,
but
I'm a mason.
Mason, yeah. And every time something was spare, like sand or stones, he used on the building site when they were done with their stuff. He used to collect it and bring it home. So I've got a lot of stuff laying around all around the house and in the barn, and I have to clean it out. And it's taken me 3-4 years until now, and I think I'm 60 to 70% through. But now you start to see it.
It was the hoarding generation in a bit, right? They collected everything. It could be useful.
Yeah, it's probably fine. I don't know what I use it now for, but there might be the day that I need it, and so I'll take it home with me.
I still have stories from my father when I needed something, when I bought my first car and I needed to fix some very niche thing on it. He said, well, I think I have that spare part lying around somewhere. And he'd rummage through the things in the garage and find, this piece, right? Yeah, I've been saving this for 20 years. Here you go. And he's super happy about it. He's finding that one piece. I knew it was good.
There was the running joke between my brother and me when my father was still alive. My brother is 14 years older than me, and when my grandfather died, they cleared out his house. They found a bucket full of crooked and used nails, a white bucket, and my father was shouting, "Why did you keep this shit?" And there was still the running joke when my father was still alive, and he was talking about, everything's in order. I know where everything is. My brother used to say, when you die and we clean out this place here, I'm sure we will find the white bucket with the crooked nails from Grandpa.
That would have been written into the will.
Yeah.
And the bucket of crooked nails, it goes to my favorite son.
Yeah.
I trust you dearly.
That's but that's the kind of generation they were from. Yeah.
Well, we're here to talk about something, right? And we have news from the past, the week.
Yeah.
And it's not a whole lot of news, but the news that we got is big, right?
Yeah, it's not a lot of, but what we got
is so
immense. I think.
We're going for quality over quantity today.
Yeah.
And the first piece of news is that you watched the
Dusty Wheel
show.
And
who do we spot here?
we spot the returning of the Tweeter of Chaos.
A wild Tweeter chaos has appeared, spreading news.
Yeah, it must have been about a year or so.
Yeah.
Since he was the last time on any show, or some tweets here and there later on, but the last time he was in chat is about a year, and I think that was quite nice to be there and witness myself.
Yeah.
And there was some fun going on between our beloved Kevin Angus and the Tweeter of Chaos.
Of course, I'm not surprised.
Of course. Yeah, but that was fun.
Yeah. Was this before or after the other piece of news that we're going to share?
It was just after, because I learned from the other news on this stream, because this Dusty Wheel show was about the actually season 3 news we got until now, and it was one of the first things they talked about in this stream.
Yeah. So I remember asking you last week when Comic-Con San Diego is, and you said, well, duh, it's in July or something.
Yeah.
But do you also mention that the Comic-Con in
This
Brazil, is it Sao Paulo?
Yeah.
Or is it? And you
Yeah,
said,
Sao
well,
Paulo.
that is happening soon.
Yeah.
And now we got the 7th of December.
Yes.
CCXP 24. And 3 guests are arriving.
Yeah.
Joshua and Madden and Mr. Rafe
And
Judkins himself.
Yeah. Jedi Rafe is there as well.
And we do have a little bit of a mashup posted by who did you say it was again?
It was Nadine from Lübeck. It's she goes on Twitter and on Blue Sky under the handle Rand Muad'Dib.
Okay, so this next bit is from them.
Yeah.
Chills. Love it.
Yeah. I think the show should have shared that.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm quite excited about the panel.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I don't think schedule is already available.
It's a little over 3 weeks out, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure it's a standalone panel or a mixed panel like we did get. Was it last year's New York Comic Con when we were on with Invincible and another show? And every show got about 20 minutes. Yeah. And I think it's great that it's Rafe, Maddie, and Yosha, because it's time that we focus more on the Emerald Field 5.
Yeah.
Because of things that might happen in season 3 or in season 4 with Rosamund. Yeah. I think that would be fun.
We don't know much about that, really. Only that I have something in store, right?
For the panel, you mean?
No, I mean for
Rosamund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we know anything? Really?
No, we only have pieces of information that she moved back, which isn't the big thing. Yeah. Because not everybody who shoots a show lives at the place where the show is shot. Even now, they're moving around the world to film pieces here, pieces there. It's not like season 1 was mostly filmed in and around Prague.
Yeah.
Or countries like Slovakia isn't that far away from Czech Republic.
And that it was the whole COVID situation back then as well. So it's a different scenario.
Exactly. And her kids, I think, about school age now.
Yeah.
So you want them to stay in school in one school and not move them around. So that would be a reason for that. But she has been attached to some major projects in the last year. So there's Now You See Me 3. There's a project now announced, I think, yesterday, together with Anthony Hopkins and Benedict Cumberbatch. A big movie. So
yeah,
she's been busy. So which is great. And it has to happen sooner or later.
Yeah. And I can't imagine it being easy, is trying to puzzle your life together, being a star actor and then just having a life as well.
Yeah. And I think still I would love to see the doc scene as mid-season finale of season 4, and do my swells at the end of season 4 as finale, and have her on a bit longer, but we don't know. We don't know if we get a season 4. I'm very sure we will get a season 4, but it hasn't been greenlit by now, which doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it means nothing.
So, no. So
back to season 3. See. Do you think we'll get a lot? Sorry, cats are fighting.
Yeah.
So back to season 3 and Comic-Con in Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
Is it Sao Paulo or is it just Brazil?
Sao Paulo. It's Sao Paulo.
Yeah, cool. Do you think we'll get something? A teaser, a release date? What do you think we'll get?
Depending on how exclusive the video material is they release. I would like to get a teaser by the end of November, early December.
So even before Comic-Con.
Yeah, or about the same time. But they have to bring something. They can't sit there and talk.
That wouldn't. Yeah. They'll bring something for sure.
Yeah,
and Rafe is going. I mean.
Yeah. So last time they just talked about, but that was at the end or during season 2. They just talked about what they were about to shoot. I think he flew in from Ridian at the time, and he talked about Tanchico. We all know this news. I would like to see a casting reveal, a major casting reveal. I would love to see. They could show it exclusively there. That would be fine, even though I would like to see it as well.
In person, yeah.
I would like to see a short scene with Shori as Elida to announce a cast. I think even with the Expanse getting more and more viewingship over the last, somehow the show is old.
Exactly,
in quotes.
But Shori would be a really good casting reveal. Yeah, I would love that.
It is new, and it would be really great if they would, with more and more fans coming to the Expanse, and loving Shori for her work there. That would be a major thing for our show.
Yeah. It was the same thing when Alvaro Morte was pulled to the show and showed on screen all those episodes were highly regarded. So the right people in the right place just bring in the viewership.
Yeah, and they should show something like this. Maybe show some costumes. Show us a bit of the IE, a short mashup like they did, and they don't have to attach a teaser to the Comic-Con. I'm not sure whether we get both, like season 1, a teaser and a trailer. For season 2, it was just a trailer, right?
Yeah.
Because
and wasn't it also, I don't remember when it was, but they put together like this fast track of everything that happened in season 1.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And was that just before season 2 was released or something? So they might do something like that, like a full speed ahead of what happens during season 1 and season 2, and then here we are at season 3 time.
Yeah, because if we really get the show, which every news indicates to, in early spring, like end March, beginning of April, I think Kevin's date is April 10th.
Okay, so Kevin's date is April 10th. So I'm going to put you on a spot here. What's your date?
Let me check my calendar.
Right, I'm also scouring through the calendar right now.
I'm totally selfish then.
April 10th is a Thursday. That sounds like a shitty. A Thursday? Nah, come on.
Yeah, but it's Friday for us.
Right, fair enough.
It's Friday for us, and it's Thursday late.
Thursday. It still rubs me the wrong way. I don't feel Thursday.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Wednesday release for us, and then I would go for these dates by April 15th, because that's my birthday. It would be a great birthday gift.
Nice. That would be the best gift, right?
Totally selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I think if we only do a trailer and we get it in April, December is way too early for a trailer. It will blow out. It will blow out.
It would. So if we get a trailer or something more hefty, I would say February or something. They're losing March 20th.
I'm still on the Super Bowl trailer.
Right. And when is Super Bowl?
February 9th.
February 9th. Trailer. And if we get a trailer, it shouldn't be more than a month out, right?
Yeah, 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks, I'd say.
Yeah, so sometime around March, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Dana might be onto something here. March 20th, maybe. March. Mid-March, early March. March 15th, maybe? I don't know. Have you read the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just ignoring you, Dana, so...
No, I'm not ignoring you. I'm bad at multitasking. On it.
Yeah, so a casting reveal would be really, really cool with a super short clip. I don't like too many spoilers in trailers and stuff like that. So I don't think we'll get a trailer. I think we might get a short clip or maybe 2 short clips.
Yeah. What stuff that always rubs me the wrong way is that they show stuff at the Comic-Con and don't release it afterwards. I totally get it. They want something exclusive and something special for those who attend, let them keep it, but show it a week or so after, without the panel and not tied in.
Hang on, I'm just doing a double thing here, so I didn't listen to anything you just said.
Yeah.
I'm just going to find. This is the thing, yeah. And hang on, now I'm going to do another thing. Can we do this, perhaps? No, this is the wrong thing. Zool, where are you?
I did send her the link.
Oh, perfect. I was trying to do just that. So we're... There we go. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Zool.
Hello.
Finally, someone who can just help us run this show. Not to the ground and just raise it up a bit. So how are you doing, Dana?
I heard an echo there. Hold on for a second. Let me make sure I'm not.
Yeah.
Hold on. Had an echo there. Let me make sure I'm not.
Hello. Testing.
Check.
Yeah, I'm getting an echo. I don't know what's happening here.
So, in the meanwhile, supposedly your birthday coincided with the anniversary of the Titanic disaster.
Yeah,
So
but
2
it's not
disasters happened.
Yeah. The worst one is the later one. Because you'll have to bear with me.
Yeah.
Is anyone else getting an echo?
No.
And I'm hearing you fine. So
Let me go get my other headphones.
Go for it.
Not my fault.
Of course not.
No.
So while we wait for Dana to come on, do we want to... No, because I want to hear her thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't want to move on.
No.
But Ashikova said that she puts her bet on a teaser, a light's official reveal, and a release period, not a date, but maybe a month. Coming this March.
Spring.
Do you think spring? That's too broad, right? I want a month.
No. I would be fine with a season. With just the season. And then
I need a month.
Get us a date at the end of the actual trailer.
But I want it now.
Yeah. I want it yesterday.
And I think April is too long. Too long a wait to April.
I want to have it shot back to back.
I haven't seen Rings of Power yet, season 2. I've seen season 1 and I kind of liked it, so I want to see season 2 before I'm busy with something else.
I enjoyed season 2 way better than season 1. I had my problems with season 1. I think it was because it was a setup season for the world.
Yeah.
And there was not much plot. I didn't care about Numenor. I was just invested in the Harfoots and these are enduring. The rest I didn't really care much about.
I think I fixed the echo. I think I
You
fixed the
fixed it?
echo. Yes.
Oh,
It was
that's
on
great.
my end, and I think I fixed it. Yep.
Nice.
Good job.
Nice.
I kept looking for why I was hearing everything you said twice. It was so
Yeah.
confusing.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I believe it.
Hard to focus hearing our lovely voices twice.
And it was a long echo. Like it was like
Right.
a big difference between. So
Yeah.
it was like, when you sing something in a round where somebody sings a line and then there's a little bit and then someone else sings the same line and it overlaps. That's exactly what it was like, but it was like with two of you talking to each other. So I was like, I don't know what's happening. All right. Hello, everybody.
I'm just glad you invited such a professional.
Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't know what to do. Yeah. So what's your take on the Comic-Con panel?
I think it's the perfect opportunity for them to give us the month that the show will drop. I think by this time they've probably nailed it down to the month that it will drop. Not necessarily the date, but the month that would be nice. We obviously have the two actors and Rafe that are there, but I would love for them to surprise us with a new actor, whether they're there in person or they show them in a short clip. I would like Goatbrother here. I think Shohreh Aghdashloo would be the smart move. Yeah. She's such a big name, well known, that it would be attention getting. It would. People go, wait, what? She's going to be on the show? Wait, I got to check it out. I haven't seen the first two seasons. Oh, if she's going to be on, I'm got to go back and watch the first two seasons. So I think this would be even if she can't be in person because of her schedule or whatever, I think it would be the perfect time to announce her. And I don't think we'll get like a full trailer, but it would be nice for them to show a little clip, a little behind the scenes, a little something, just to kind of get those juices going. I don't mind necessarily if they, like Goatbrother said, if they have something there, it's exclusively for those who are there in person. I would eventually like to see it. That is ridiculous when they show something like that and then they never release it.
It's stupid, right? Because there are so few people there. Even if you talk about the giant Comic-Cons in San Diego, in New York, the halls where these panels are, it's not the whole Comic-Con. It's just 500 people or something, or maybe 1,000 at best, and only 1,000 people get the marketing, and they aren't allowed to film it. Some do, but the quality is poor, and it doesn't get you the right way, and I would really like if they would start with Rafe, Maddie, and Yosha, and then show a clip of Shohreh as Elida, and then get her on stage. That
would be amazing.
As a surprise, someone wheeling out a chair, and then she gets on from the other side of the stage. They would freak out. It would be so impactful, I think.
That woman commands any space she's in. Her presence is so fantastic that I can't imagine them having her there in person. It would be incredible.
Yeah.
A true force of nature.
I first noticed her in The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Oh, really?
I think that's the first time I noticed her, and I was captivated by her scene. She's an expert on psychological trauma. And something with possession, and she's only. Did you see that movie? Any one of you?
I haven't.
With Jennifer Carpenter.
I've considered watching it. Yeah,
and it's the original case happened in Germany, and they deliberately got inspired by it and made a movie about it, and it's a court process about an exorcism that happened, and the it was the priest who performed the exorcism get dragged into court because the victim died, and it's the a back and forth between the court situation and then with flashbacks what happened to the victim, how it started. It's brilliantly filmed. I really love it. It's not very horror-ish, so it's has some stuff that's a bit horror-y, but and she's one of the witnesses or the experts to talk on the case, and she's amazing.
Yeah, I discovered her, or really I'd seen her before, but I really started appreciating her in the movie The House of Sand and Fog. And when I rented that movie, because yes, that was a long time ago, I rented it from the local movie store. They had extras on the DVD or VHS or whatever it was, I don't remember, that had her video clips that she sent in to be considered for the part. Ooh. And she did these amazing scenes, and she would do this amazing scene, and then she would take like just a moment, switch completely, and do another scene, and it was such a class in amazing acting, and I was like blown away.
Nice.
And so ever since then, I've been a fan of hers. If I hear she's in something, I want to see it. So you said that was the exorcism of Emily haunting of Emily Rose?
Yeah. Because I only know the German title, so I just translated it.
Right.
It's with Jennifer Carpenter, who plays the sister of Dexter in the Dexter TV series.
Oh, right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she does an amazing job there as well. Just look it up. Yeah, it's the exorcism of Emily Rose. The original
this
title.
has just become the Shorey Agdashlu praise hour.
Yeah, rightfully
appreciation.
So. Rightfully so. Yeah.
So, aside from Shorey as Elida, is there any other character that you would like to see introduced in season 3? And do you have a special actor in mind for that character?
I never showcast. That's not something I ever do in my head. Somebody I would like them not to show is if we are having Asmodean, I don't want to see them. Yeah. I don't even want hints of this actor being in the show. I want to be completely. I want to be completely surprised. I was surprised in the book. I guessed wrong. I guessed that there was one there, but I guessed wrong, and I loved that. And so I would love for that, something like that for the show, where we have a Forsaken in the show. We see them acting and moving around, but we don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Okay. I really like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind them showing us Gawain, Galad, or Morgaze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a sea folk person.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Sea folk would be a great clue.
Egianin. Yeah. Egianin would be fun. If we didn't know she was Shanshan when they first announced her.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great, because they did build a ship, right? They did build a sea folk ship. I think.
I don't know that. I know that there are sea folk in the season because Rafe said so. I don't know about the ship.
Yeah, I think Rafe mentioned it during the Comic-Con panel he was on, when he said he just flew in from Meridian. And I think he said they did build a sea folk ship as well.
Okay.
I might be incorrect, though. So, but yeah,
It
I'm
sounds
old.
reasonable.
So, yeah, because when we're getting them sea fog without a ship, that doesn't make any sense. But that would be great to see. That would be cool. Yeah. I
Perhaps
have a
more
fan
Aiel?
cast. Yeah, more Aiel, but it's just pictures of the desert because you can't see them. So there are thousands of Aiel in this picture and you can't see one. So what's the point?
Right. Good point.
I don't know. I'm wondering if when we do get a trailer or a teaser or whatever, if they're going to show us any of part of either Rand's visions going back through the columns so that we see something intriguing and different. Like we got some leaked photos, I think, of like the wagons, which they look kind of futuristic, like maybe metal on them and stuff. And the dressing of the people looked more like the Age of Legends costumes, black and white. I don't know if we'll get something like that as part of, even if it's just a flicker of an image like thrown in there to kind of intrigue people. That would be interesting. Or Moraine's, a flicker of something for what Moraine has to see when she goes through Roydian, or if we get Matt going through the Redstone doorway, a flicker of something weird from there, something psychedelic, weird shapes and stuff, like, I don't know if they'll put any of those in the full trailer, but I would love to see something like that, because that is something that makes the show stand out and what made the books stand out for me. So I would see that. What do you guys think?
I would like to use them some insane Aiel fighting, just because of Gary Street that got so much traction. There was a trend going on Twitter about 2 weeks ago with something women can't do better or can do better, and then he posted the Blood Snow stunt where she grabs the cape, and then and it got more than 4,000 likes, and people said,
nice.
What is this show? Where can I watch it? And it got retweeted and retweeted by the thousands. So it would be great to. I'm pretty sure they keep up what's going on the social media. So it would be pretty wise to use something like this to enforce this. Then I'm not sure.
Adobe.
And I'm not sure if I want to see Radiant in the trailer, or I want to have it kept a mystery. But I know what I would like to see as Radiant. It has to be very futuristic. It has, in my opinion, or in my headcanon, Radiant is something like Abu Dhabi. This very modern glassy skyscrapers in the middle of the desert on the shore, something like this,
something very out of place.
For this world, because it's from those who survived the Age of Legends, so they would still have this sense of architecture.
Yeah, I don't know if they would have the production ability after the tearing up of the world. But maybe you could have like a mixture of
something.
You could have like a mixture of stone and metal, and the shapes of the buildings being very modern looking, as opposed to what we see in all of the villages.
Because we already
and
get
even
stuff,
Tarvalon.
yeah, because we already got stuff like that in the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
After Leandrin catches the male channeler, and we pan over those overgrown, destroyed skyscrapers, which come back at in the cold opening of episode 8.
Episode 8.
Something.
Okay, Aggie,
Something like
what do you think, Aggie?
So the redstone door frame, Matt Moraine into the, not the Shadow Realm, the Snakes and Foxes, whatever the realm, the different dimensions.
Finland.
Yeah.
I call it Finland.
Finland, of course. So anything that sets it apart in any positive way from anything else, and like you said, the books do it. So why not put that in the show as well? I think the Snakes and Foxes bring that dimension to it. Like you get the sense that the world is a lot bigger and more complex, and there's stuff behind the scenes that you don't really quite understand how they're working, but you just they're there, and then like the portal stones, they have a function. We know they exist. We don't know the inner mechanics of it.
Yeah.
And like Ridian, and you have all of these things present in the books that I would like to bring forth and just have them be there and not fully explained. Just it's there. It's something strange, and we can explain certain parts about it, but not everything. So I would like to see some of it at least.
Yeah. And I know that Rosamund mentioned a while back in an interview about something she had shot or that she had seen that was avant-garde and a little bit psychedelic. So it would be interesting for them to throw something in there that's like that people don't know what's going on with that. They don't know what it is. Whatever it is that she said is like that, for them to put something like that in the trailer for people to go, whoa, what was that? That's interesting. You know, I'm saying just something that makes it so that it's not just, people traipsing through villages that look sort of medievalish. You know what I'm saying? Something that makes it stand out a bit from your Game of Thrones or, Lord of the Rings kind of places.
I'm always a bit scared when we come to the Finns on the show. Because it could very easily look quite cheesy, and because it's hard to imagine, describe in the books how they will look and how will this turn out on screen. So I'm anxious about that. I was anxious about the wolf talk, that we would get maybe the moving lips and real talking wolves. Yeah, we all were afraid of that. We were wondering how will they do that, and I think the solution they found was amazing. I really loved the wolf talk. These images like Patronuses that has to be interpreted. But until I see it, I'm still a bit anxious. I want to see it, but I want it to be good, and I think there's a very thin line. It's a dance on the edge of a knife to get it right.
I think for the most part, when they have gone as much practical effect as possible, that's when they've done the best.
Yeah.
It's when they had to throw something in that was like all CGI that stands out. Oh, that's CGI. But but sometimes when they have something that's mostly practical that they can then just alter slightly with CGI, then I think they've done very well. And I know that that's the way that Rafe has wanted the show to go. And so I feel like they could do it. I feel like they can.
Yeah, I've trust, but still there's this part of
Your
me that-
nerves. Yeah, your nerves.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I still like a lot how they introduced the Age of Legends. Like they showed the overgrown skyscrapers from the present
Mm-hmm.
age, and then you had this it was super, what do you call it? It was all
cold open.
CGI, of course, the
Yeah.
Oh,
floating
absolutely,
cars.
yeah.
All,
Yeah.
But it was still very well done because it was
Yeah.
Yes.
a short scene, a couple of frames, and that's
Yeah,
it. And he captured it perfectly.
And I think it worked great because we started in an actual set with actual people talking
Yeah,
the old
exactly.
time.
Yes.
And
then
out the window.
and panning out of the window, and then have this glimpse CGI shot. And if you paid attention to everything that happened on screen, that's the city from the
Yes.
first episode.
Yeah.
And it wasn't too convoluted. There weren't thousands of flying cars or stuff. There were just one or two that zooming away.
It felt natural.
Yeah,
It did.
I'm trustful, but I'm anxious as well. And because they made some decisions I don't really like. So, like the fire dragon at the end of season 2, I'm not a fan. I don't mind as much, but I think that's a bit cheesy. That took me out. The whole episode was, fuck yeah, they nailed it. And then there was come on. Everything else was great, but
Well, that's fine. And I know that has been a polarizing thing. There's some people who really love it, some people who don't mind it. And then there are, of course, people like you who are just like, oh, no. But I did not know how they were going to do that. The fight in the sky, the whatever, and I think they did the best they could. And they kept throwing in the line bannered across the sky in fire. Like we got that multiple times before that as like, this is going to be the herald of who the Dragon Reborn is. Yeah. And something that could be seen visually in the sky. I think the CGI could have been a little bit better on the dragon, but I didn't mind it so much.
Yeah.
It is very fantasy.
I would I think
okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It is not that much of a pain. I just think, and the more often I watch, the more often I watch it, the more or less it buggers me. But and there is always stuff. They have always to make decisions which some people like and some don't, and
can't please everyone.
Yeah, right. And I know that, and it's fine. I say, yeah, that's not mine. Okay, let's get over with it, and then enjoy. I focus on the parts that I enjoy, and there's a lot of that I enjoy.
Yes.
So I'm not in a danger to turn into a book cloak. But and if I would stop enjoying the show, then I would just stop talking about it and stop watching it. And wouldn't go online and tell people why they're stupid because they like the show. Because that's a me thing and that's just subjective. I would have liked it more, I think, if Moraine just channeled a stream of fire hurling across the sky and maybe taking this dragon-like form, this posture.
And not around the tower?
And not around the tower, and not a fully fleshed out dragon that even screams. I think that would have pleased me way more. But as I said,
I can see that. That's fine. I know that
it's not mine because it would have been the dragon banner, and it would have been in the sky.
Yeah, I think they just wanted the head to go right above.
Yeah.
Those on the top of the tower to like focus in on them.
Yeah.
In their hero poses,
Yeah. I understand that it's fine. It just wasn't doing the stuff for me that it should have done. That what the stuff
a
that they
bit over
wanted.
the top for some people.
Yeah. It's fine.
I'm excited to see what they show us that's stuff that happens off screen. Like in this season, I'm sure we are going to get some things that happen off screen or that are just barely mentioned or something that we'll get to see. Like things that are happening in the world that we will get to see that have just been, little thoughts on a page, or like this happened off screen, even on the page. Maybe we'll get to see stuff. I love that kind of thing.
Yeah. I would like to see, because I hated it in the books that we didn't get to see it. I want to see the face off between Matt and Couladin. I've got to see the fight.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a season 4 thing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, that is a scene
I think that would be
to
fun. I think a lot of people feel the same way as you. So
I think
it's well known.
Yeah, and I think everybody who has read the book has had this thought once or twice. I want to see this. So
even if it's after the fight, like you see Matt at places during the fight, and then after the fight, he's sitting there and you're wondering why he's not really celebrating with everybody else. He's sitting by himself, and they show Couladin's head or whatever that they're playing with, and then he flashes back to when he actually has to face him.
Yeah.
And you see why he's kind of grim.
Yeah.
You see his trauma from it.
Yeah.
Like everybody is celebrating it and should be celebrating him. And and they're like, you should be celebrating, but you see why the impact on him as a person.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Matt, weren't we also promised the fight between Matt and Gawain and Galad at some point?
Yes, we were.
So
in some place or way that it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. That happens back at the tower. And I think that the girls are all going back to the tower. In the books, they take Matt with him to get healed after Falma, to get fully healed. It would be interesting if he for some reason goes with them instead of going with, I don't know why he would, but instead of going with Rand somewhere or with Perrin to the Two Rivers or whatever. But I would like to see that happen. I don't know how they're going to manage getting him there and then getting him all the way to Tanchico, which is where we think he's been seen filming. Also Min filming there and Tom. So could he travel with Min or Tom from Tar Valon, maybe on Bail Doman's boat or whatever, down the river to get there? I don't know. So I would like to see it.
Yeah. I do want more Min and Matt. I think they had great chemistry.
Yeah, that was great.
So.
I agree.
Yeah. I think it was one of the show favorite teams. It was the Brown Detective Agency.
Yes, I want more of them too.
A hit. Then the Min and Matt, the M&M.
Mini Min.
Yeah, some people need to get around in season 3. Because I feel Egwene has to go back to the tower because she still isn't accepted.
Correct.
And she still
needs to get the ring. And she still needs to get the ring.
Right. And
the dream ring.
She needs because she needs to get accepted to be able to wander off in the first place.
Yes.
Because as novice, that's an absolute no-go. And she has to get to the Aiel. Matt has to get to Tavalon, or if we do the Gawain Galad fight. he has to be in Viridian and he has to be in Tanchico.
I don't think we're going to see him in Rhuidean at all. Now, remember, he does enter in the books 2 different doorways.
Yeah.
So it's possible that there is still a doorway in Rhuidean and one elsewhere. We know he goes to Tanchico. So you know that hall that has all of the interesting
the
objects in it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. It's fair.
What if they put the doorway there and he goes in there? So we still get him going in. It's just not in Rhuidean.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, I would be fine with that.
Because there's really no reason that he needs to be with Rand at that moment.
No.
Somebody else could be with him, save him from hanging, whatever. I don't know.
But him not being in the waste at all would kill off one character that we all are kind of rooting for because it's one of our best friends.
Melandra.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen with when they scatter. Those who are in Tanchico scatter from there, right? So that's when in the books we have the menagerie for the girls, and they're going, and then they eventually find their way to Saladar. You never know if Matt then scatters off and feels pulled somehow toward Rand. When Rand comes back with the Aiel across the wall and he somehow meets up with Rand and his Aiel.
Yeah.
Right?
He could.
So
you could tie that into Ishi's tea, that he would get some visions now and then.
Ooh.
That would be a great backdoor for him to get him places without a big explanation, because you give him a vision of urgency that Rand is in danger, and especially after stabbing him with the dagger, he might feel more obligated to help him.
And we don't know what they could give Matt through the doorway. If they have Aelfin and Eilfin in there in one doorway or whatever it is, because his impetus for going to Rhuidean with Rand was from what he got, his answers he got through the doorway.
Yeah.
Right. He needed answers. Yeah. And so whatever they give him there could give him the impetus to go to Rand the first time.
Yeah.
And then
multiple.
There's so many different ways they could go.
Yeah.
It's just, that's exciting for me.
Yeah, same. I don't want to see a paragraph to paragraph from book
retelling
to show. No, because it's boring. You know what happens. You just see it in a different way and get maybe annoyed because it doesn't look like in your head. So now we get stuff that is different. I think we will skip Ibudar total. I think Tanchico and Ibudar will be the same.
Potentially, yeah. Potentially, yeah. What do you think, Aggie?
So in the books, Matt goes back to the tower to get healed.
Yes.
Right? So in the show, it looks like he's been fully healed, but we could spin it in a way to say, "Oh, you weren't properly healed. You need to go back." Or we.
But he still has that. He still has that dagger, though. Now, even though he's not touching it.
Yeah,
he's not touching it. It's a dagger on a stick.
But so he could whisper into his mind.
But I think one thing that could get him back to the tower is escorting Rand, because he feels guilty having stabbed Rand, so he needs to escort him back to the tower. And somehow they all end up in the tower, and then we.
I don't see Rand going to the tower at all.
So how is Rand's wound going to heal properly, or at least
it'll never heal.
No,
it'll never heal.
No, but he's been stabbed severely right now, so he needs to be sewn up again.
I think they could meet up with the Yellow Sister. Moraine might know through eyes and ears where on the way there is a Yellow Sister, and she tries to heal it and says, "No, I can't. I tried my best," and then they scatter on because Moraine won't let get Rand anything anywhere near the White Tower while there's Red Archer in the White Tower.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no way she would do that.
Do you think that they'll probably just take a gateway to the waste?
Well,
I mean a way gate, not a gateway. That's so confusing. I hate that. But anyway,
I know. The physical thing, not the weave.
Yes, the big doorway.
Yeah, they're taking one in the books, right?
No, they do Portal Stone.
Oh, Portal Stone. Yeah, that's yeah.
So we haven't seen portals. We haven't seen Portal Stones yet. So
no.
Yeah, I doubt we'll get Portal Stones. There's too many things doing the same.
Yeah, I think we'll eventually get gateways.
Yeah.
We know that Lanfear is doing something like a gateway.
Yeah.
We know that she's doing. So we'll eventually get that. So
that's for sure. I think we will. Well, we might not do tier at all.
I don't think we'll have tier in season 3.
No, if we ever get it.
I think we might get it at some point. It has been shown to us as the place of Swan's birth and its importance for not being friendly to channelers, and we got to see it in the background, the Stone of Tyr. I think they easily could have just be putting off Kalendor for later when it's more important, and at that point they'll have gateways and they can just go to Tyr.
Just it's not the big prophecy thing. The stone will fall, and
right.
It would be fine for me if they just did put it in the cold open as a fan service, and we never go there, and because he only goes there because of the prophecy and getting Calendar. And while cool things happen in the stone and I think the scene with Rand trying to revive that girl is very important for his arc. He can do this anywhere, and he can get Calendar anywhere.
The bubbles of evil that happen to the 3 boys can happen anywhere.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we need Tyr. I think Carrion is important, Tavalon's important, Tanchiku Ebodar is important. One of them, you could tie them both together. The waste is important. Sorry?
What about Ilion? You have Ilion and Tyr and Maine down on the coast. So if you don't have Ebudar down there, you definitely need some of the other.
Right. I think we get Ilion because we have hints for Samael. There is this casting, this stuff that.
What if Samael and Ravine rolled in together?
Depends on how many Forsaken we get in total, right?
8.
I think we're getting 8.
Okay.
Because we saw 8 statues at Step-ins.
Yeah, 8 statues and 8 seals.
Yeah.
And I think when we have a circle that perform, like we can have a circle of 8 like linked together. I think 8 is going to be a big number. Maybe we'll get 8 tribes or 8 clans of Aiel. We'll get 8. I think 8 is going to be like the key number instead of 13, just because they can't have too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to cut down on numbers, and that's a big way to do it.
Yeah, and we've got 8 seasons. Hopefully.
8 seasons,
hope.
8 episodes, 8 Forsaken.
Yeah. 8 clans.
Yeah. With a
So
mysterious lost 9th one.
So at the end of season 1, we got Lanfear reveal, right? Or was that the start of season 2?
No, that we got her in season 2.
And
we got her
end
in
of season 2
and by
was
the end
Moggy.
of season 2
Was Moggy. Moghedian.
Moghedian by the end of season 2. So by the end of season 3, we might get another Forsaken.
We might.
We
know that
Moghedian's season.
I think we'll get Moghedian. I think we will get at least one more.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're with 5.
Maybe 2.
With 5 Forsaken in total at the end of season 3. We
should
get Asmodean.
If we don't have Ishi present at all, like he doesn't show up at all in season 3. Yeah. We don't know if he'll ever come back. That's not something anybody knows. So you have Lanfear, who we only see in Teleron Riyadh as Lanfear, but maybe she's disguised somewhere else.
Yeah.
We definitely have Moghedian.
Yeah.
I hope Tanshiko is her home base. That would be awesome.
Then I think we will get Asmodean. And we see Ravin, but we don't know he's Ravin because Rafe said in one quote, "There's a Forsaken on screen, and you don't know it." So he might not be. So he might not be attached to Morghese yet, but we will see him, and then we will get back to him in season 4. That's
we could do that, but
all the Morghese stuff happens, and
But I would also like us not to know who Asmodean is until there's a reveal.
Of course.
I would love it if they had casted Asmodean, someone completely different for all of season 3, and then in season 4 it's revealed that this person is actually Asmodean. That would be fun.
I would like the fake out for us to be thinking that there is definitely a Forsaken or 2 here. Like we see them talking off screen as, where we don't see the man. We see Lanfear like talking to, someone's, and we know that whoever she's talking to is with them in the waste, but we don't know who it is. Yeah. And so we're just like trying to hunt down which one it is. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? And so we don't know if it's an Aiel. We don't know if it's, what I'm saying? We don't know who it is. We don't know if it's one of the traders, because like in the books, there were like 2 female and 2 male Darkfriends or whatever traders on that caravan that was with them. And it was made to look like it was a certain 2 and it was the other 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I kind of like that fake out. I want them to do something similar. I don't care who they do it with, but I would love for them to do that. And I love if they have a different actor for Lanfear. So to show that she's in disguise, and then she walks into her caravan or into a tent, and you see it fade off of her, and she's herself. Yes, I would love that.
Yeah, that would be great.
This has become like a whole show prediction. Stream.
Oops.
And what I miss on this show is what I get intensely from the books is the constant doubt whether I could trust anyone who's in the books.
Okay.
It has to be made more clear that a Darkfriend can be anyone, from a king to a beggar kid on the street, and every one of them is dangerous. They started it with Dana, and I still want Dana back.
I do too.
I want the Dark One to
good.
bring her back and make her Millie Skane.
Yeah.
I think we're getting Millie Skane.
Yeah,
I think we're getting Millie Skane.
Yeah, but I would like
a different actress. Yeah.
No, I would like it to be Dana. I would like it to be Izuka Hoyle because she was amazing She was great.
She was incredible.
We lost her too early.
I agree. I like this. Light Blinded Fool says, I think there will be 4 out of 4 in regards to female male Forsaken. Likely Lanfear, Moghedian, Grendel, Cimaraj, and then Ishi, Samael, Asmodean, and Demandred. And I happen to agree. I think those are my pick for the 8 as well. And I do believe there will be a balance.
Yeah.
And I don't think just because they mentioned Demandred and Grendel doesn't mean. I think those are the 2 they mentioned.
No, Samael.
Or in Samael does not necessarily mean we will get those. Yes, not necessarily mean we will get those in season 3. That might be just something would be hanging over us to know they're out there. You heard them named. They're out there. We don't know who they are
and what they're up to. Because Rosamund is now about to shoot a movie together with Benedict Cumberbatch, and I really like Benedict Cumberbatch. I posted, I don't know if it was on Twitter or on Blue Sky, in which role she's gonna talk him into, and why is it Demon Dread or Ituralde?
I see what you're saying.
I think Benedict Cumberbatch would be great in either of those roles.
Sure.
But for all we know right now, all seals are broken and all the Forsaken are loose, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which makes me really wonder what is keeping the Dark One sealed. Is it like one big seal? Are there going to be small seals or things for them to find and then Rand to break at the end, or somebody to break at the end? Like, how did they seal the Dark One? Are we going to get any indication of that this season? Because we got an indication of how they sealed the Forsaken. That was a cold open. Are we going to get LTT and the 100 Companions going to Shire Ghul and putting the seal and getting the backlash that caused sighting to be tainted?
Or
are we going to get that?
Or they could use two different things. What
do you mean?
That each Forsaken has its own prison, like they showed in the cold open when they captured Ishi, and channeled him into the seal. However, that worked, and then have seals, an additional set of seals, to seal the bore.
Yes, they could. And so I'm curious to see how they manage that. Yeah. I mean, and do they have enough time this season to get something like that in, or even hint at it with a cold open? Because they've kind of been going in order in the season 8. I mean, the episode 8 cold opens, right? So we have Guitarra and LTT kind of. They've already had their argument and taken their sides, and she's saying, I still think it's a bad idea for you to do this, but we women will be here when you men mess it up. We will be here to pick up the pieces. And then we see season 2 where the men are actually sealing the Forsaken. So what's the next step? I think they're going to have something each season that goes along with this. At least I hope they do. I kind of like where they're going. So
and as I mentioned multiple times now, I'm very, very pleased with how much thought on detail they put in everything, in set design, in costumes. Then Ishi coming in and dusting off his hands when speaking to Lanfear because he just broke the seals.
Now, did you like that?
I like that. It's because you don't notice that at first.
Oh, I noticed it, and I was like, "What did he do?"
Yeah,
but I forgot about it.
Yeah, it's so great. And wait, let me look this up. Tavern posted something these days.
Just circling back to what you mentioned earlier, Dana, about, well, they have these magical seals for all the Forsaken, but what did they use for the Dark One himself? And my mind just went way off and said, what if we had just a million layers of cling film, and then he's just taped the wall. God damn it. I can just picture that.
Oh my goodness.
So I found the tweet. Tavern posted, I was today years old when I realized that Moggy's clothes are baggy because they belong to Ishi. When he broke her free, she was naked. As Lanfear was.
I wondered if they were all standing there bloody.
Yeah.
Like Lanfear. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. And I wonder if that was the thought process behind it, or just her style, or because on the other hand, Ishi could have prepared it. Because he
could have if he knew that he would eventually break them free.
Yeah, because he
knows that what sizes they all are and what they like to wear and everything. Yeah.
But nonetheless, I like that thought.
That's funny. I don't subscribe to it, but it is a funny thought.
Yeah.
They're all running around in Ishi's clothes. He's like, damn it, somebody took my good vest.
I wonder, and then thinking about how Grendel is described as.
What did they say for Grendel?
Yeah, but I'm going by book canon.
Oh, book canon. Yes.
She's quite voluptuous. She has curves in the right places, and that's not how Ishi looks. So
no!
In Ishi's clothes.
Oh yeah, she's got one of the long white shirts, and it's like unbuttoned down to her navel, and then she has it like a belt or something to make it like completely cinched into her waist, and then the buttons coming up high so that her thighs sticking out. Oh yeah, that's all she's wearing. Just a long shirt. It's like Lanfear. It's like Lanfear on Laundry Day up in the mountains wearing Rand's shirt. Oh, I just needed a shirt because I needed to wash my clothes. And she just she's only wearing his shirt. Yeah, that's Grendel would rock that completely.
Give us a scene.
Yeah, Ashiko, this turned into an episode where we don't talk about what we should talk about.
Flicker.
I think we're going to have to save Flicker for next week.
Flicker what? Yeah.
Yeah.
What Flicker?
I mean,
this is our Flicker. This is our Flicker of season 3. This is what this is.
Aggie.
And this isn't the first time this has happened, so
it will happen again.
I think
Dana is our professional derailer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think we might have corrupted Dana.
I think Dana was already corrupted before.
And I think something in the pattern just drew me into this conversation today. That it was.
That's perfect, and we needed help.
Yeah, it was fun. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure.
Always. You are always welcome.
Thank you. And I love, one thing I love about your show is the fact that you do have all these European people who live in Europe, various places in Europe, who can come on at a time when it's before your bedtime.
Yeah.
Right. And it's during your daytime or whatever, during your evening, whatever it is. And so we can get the best of you. Right.
Exactly.
If you appear on someone else's show, either they have to really change the time of their show, or you're in some, crazy time in the middle of the night. So I love that you did this. This is perfect.
It's been fun. And we have done 47 episodes, counting this one.
Amazing.
So it's amazing, yeah. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah. And we still have some flickers to go.
We do.
But we need more.
And if anyone else has a Flickr, you can go to is it the Discord, and there is a form you can fill out.
Yeah.
Or somewhere. Where can they go to give you an idea for a Flickr?
I have no idea. Dana, please tell us where can I submit Flickrs?
I think I really think that there's a place on the Discord, but I would imagine. Yes. That are you guys on Twitter, Blue Sky? Where are you?
I think we just recently moved to Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Well, if you find them wherever they are, I'm sure if you have a Flickr idea that you could go to their social media and say, I have this idea for a Flickr, and either DM them or do it out in the open.
Exactly.
And they'll catch it.
We've got a Google form.
Yes, and that's what I think I saw on the Discord, but maybe it's on your social media as well. Like maybe you have a link tree. Who knows?
Yeah. No, we haven't. We should think about that, but we're thinking about making a merch store since episode 5, and we haven't gotten anywhere with that. We're terrible people.
In due time.
Yeah, my podcast is the same. I think, we've recorded maybe 13 episodes now, and we don't have, Linktree or merch or anything either. So, or Patreon, anything like that. So,
but then tell the good people of the Flickerverse where they can find you and your podcast.
What is this show?
Do a shameless
plug. My show, I'm one of 4 hosts for Delving the Chronicles, a Wheel of Time podcast, where we delve into full spoiler ideas and just take them wherever they go. And a lot of times we like to relate them back to our world, maybe influences from our world or things from the universe of the Wheel of Time that reflect on our world, like when we discussed the idea of utopia. And we talked about like the 7 deadly sins, and which is an idea from our world that we're like, what is this within the Wheel of Time? So we talk about all kinds of things, and sometimes we just like to focus on one thing. It might be like one character in a certain part of like I think we're going to do one of Perrin in the last battle and what he gets up to, that kind of thing. And so if you have any ideas for us to delve into, just give us an idea on social media.
Yeah.
And we are at Delvers of Time on Twitter right now. We are not on Blue Sky yet.
But you're
that I know of.
Sure.
Probably, yeah.
I think I saw you.
Are we on Blue Sky now? See, I don't know, because I don't run the social media, so.
Let me check. I think I followed
let us know.
Recently. Yeah, Delvers of Time. Delvers of Time.
On Blue Sky.
bsky.social. Yeah.
Nice. There you go.
See?
Yep. And if you listen to our podcast, because it is podcast only at the moment, please give us a rating, review. You can leave a comment on, I know at least on Spotify. And we have a mailbag section, which is something we record separately, where we respond to these things. And we kind of add those into our episodes wherever whenever they come up. So
that's nice. Great.
Yeah.
So 3 things here. For merch, we're absolutely doing a Spank Engine t-shirt, of course. That'll happen sometime in the future.
Okay.
And we also have the Flickr idea, so I'm just putting it out there so we can save it for later. What if the native Shan won when all the Hawkwind armies arrived there, yeah? Okay.
Okay.
That's nice.
And then we also had something I wanted to bring up, and I like this, because anything with Padan Fane, I'm all for it. Yeah, give it to me. Cold opens, anything with Padan Fane.
I would like to see the Gollum scene when Gollum gets tortured in Mordor. I want the Padan Fane in the boar setting gets set on the path of Rand and the Emond's Field 5.
Do you think it's a little too late for that?
As a backflash, as a flashback. You can do it as a flashback in a cold open. Because I want them to utilize Fane better than the books did. Because I think he's one of the most scaring beings.
Yeah.
The scene when he cuts Rand, when all the mist appears and the people of the army are screaming because something's murdering them and you can't see them. And I picture him with this mad expression on his face, maybe a little bit of drool and totally crazy. I think that's terrifying.
Oh, I think it is too. And I don't disagree that I want him to, even if he doesn't go to Shale Ghul, if they do something where it's like terror in his mind is like it's within his dream, within his mind, and he's being like sort of tortured and told what to do.
Yeah.
And because we need some impetus for him to go to the 2 rivers, right? We need a reason for him to go. We know why Dane Bornhold wants to go. We know then why Perrin has to go back, but we don't have a reason for Padan Fane to do anything now that Ishi's gone.
Yeah. I was thinking about a cold open, maybe a flashback scene that happened even before season 1, so that the events in this scene are way before season 1 when they set him on the tracks of the Emond's Field 5. That's why he went to, because he says in the finale of season 1, do you think it was by accident that I came every year to your shitty town? So
and he talks about the 5. He talks about the 5 Taviran.
Yeah. So that is a thing I would like to see. I don't have to see, but what I would like to see, because it's just mentioned in the books and we don't have this scene. He tells one of them at one point that he was,
and they have done that in the past, where we get when we get like a flashback of a character, and then we go into where they are now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like we get like Baby Swan, and then we get Swan, Amaryllis Swan.
Yeah.
So we do get something like that. So there's precedent for it.
Yeah.
And ultimately, Padan Fane has his own agenda. So flesh that out a bit. So he's
absolutely
totally reliant on Ishi.
He's not your typical Darkfriend. He's something way bigger and way scarier than a normal Darkfriend.
Yep.
Yeah,
in my
dichotomy between good and evil, and then we have Padan Fane, who's his own thing.
Something solely different. Yeah, in my I was on a panel for WatCon that was 5 Minutes in Heaven, and we did it for season 2, and I was in it for the first 4 episodes, and part of my big argument was more Padan Fane.
Yeah.
More Padan Fane.
Sure.
And I got some agreements on the panel with, yes, we definitely want that. And so I tried to inject ways to have more Padan Fane throughout season 2. So
especially Joan Myers is the name of the actor, right?
Oh yeah, he's incredible.
He's amazing. Well,
So good.
everyone on the show does a great job. So I have
But
yet to see.
he can instantly give you the creeps by just the way he smiles.
Yeah, and he has so
I mean,
many
and
different
and that walk.
variations of his smile.
Yes,
Song.
and that saunter. You know, he can be like charismatic and charming, but then you can see the evil as well, and it's a very cold. It's a very cold evil.
The smile,
and so I'd love to see that grow.
Yeah, the smile he gives that little kid in the cold open for season 2, when he lifts the only one who shows his face in the Darkfriend social.
Yeah,
that smile is creepy as fuck. Seriously, he's awesome. Back to the merch. Thank you, Lightblind Fool, for we've got one shirt design ready, and it was because of one of your chat comments during what if Ogier could show. We don't have a store. I've made the design and I printed now one that I wore to Malkier, and it was
I thought you each had a shirt that had like the Flickerverse and then your symbols on it.
Yeah. We've got that, but I've made an additional.
Is that for a merch store as well?
That will be in the merch. Yeah, when we do a merch store, that will be in there, and we've got some other designs that we're playing with in our heads. From what was it? Not the Halloween. No. Well, when did we have the Spank Tank? Because that was hilarious.
I don't remember. It was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
and that's one I missed.
And then we had
Uno.
Hi Uno. Then we had the episode with what if Ogier could channel, and one of Lightblind Fool's comments was he could imagine Loyal stepping out of a gateway and screaming, "It's hasty time, motherfuckers!" So
it's hasty time.
I took a picture of.
That's great.
Wait, give me a second. I think it's in my laundry case here.
Your shirt that you made?
Yeah. I will show you my dirty laundry now. So.
Okay. Woo! He's gonna air his dirty laundry. Get ready. So Aggie, did you have any ideas of things you'd like to see for your merch?
Well, we have the Cuddle Puddle Bond, and we have some, and we also have the Alga Fluid, and we have one of the earlier episodes with Kevin, we designed.
What does it say? It's hasty time, mofo. And what does it say below it?
Loyal son of Aaron,
son of Halan.
So we do have a mascot we created during an episode with Kevin, and I would want that mascot on a t-shirt as well. But it needs to be designed first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some sort of freaky abomination. I don't even remember it.
But Uno's on the case, so.
Yeah, so we need to do that at some point, and when we do, we'll let you know.
Yeah. There will be a merch store, but we still gotta figure out which platform we want to use. We've got some designs ready, but and some not. They're only ideas. But this and the typical with our logo, they're there. So
Yep. Well, and you can ask around on the link who uses what platform, and see who uses what and what they like about it and what they don't.
Yeah.
And with y'all being in Europe, is there something that has a Europe store and like a North American store, so that you don't have the really bad shipping for either?
Yeah. Which is pretty common worldwide. I think Spreadshirt. There's another.
But you also have to look at their you think of quality, like is their quality what you want? Yeah.
I ordered mine from Spreadshirt actually.
And do you think the quality is okay?
I did make an IEL shirt as well and gifted it to I like the quality, and I gifted it to the IEL girls like Bane Chiat, Melindra, Leah, Ami, Sulin. Nice. And they all like the quality. So I said it's very soft, it's nice to wear. And they have different types of shirts. So it's not just this shirt. You can choose which shirt you want and then set it up in store, I think. We have to figure out how we create a store.
Yeah, Zazzle is... Yeah, I think you can do things like that with Zazzle or other things as well.
Yeah. So, and
it would be nice if you had something where you could also get, mug or glassware or
I think some as well. We will figure out what we do.
Yeah.
We have to get on that because we're talking about it for a month. I think nearly about a year. We're terrible.
Yeah. I mean, and you're getting so close to 50 episodes. That's amazing.
Yeah, we'll hit 50 by Christmas.
Yeah. Something around that.
Yeah.
Incredible. And if those of you who are watching have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Please like this episode. Share it with someone. It really, word of mouth is probably the best way to help a show grow, especially a small channel. So it would be greatly appreciated. What's the name of the cat?
This is Buddha.
Hello, Buddha. Oh.
Okay.
Screeches are the best.
So, should we finish up here? I think it's time.
Buddha needs attention.
Yeah. And
obviously.
Someone living at my place needs to get in bed. Because it's...
Oh, are you in the space where they can't go to bed because you're there?
No. My wife has the bedroom next to our working room to this.
And it's too noisy.
No, as soon as I get out, the dogs will bark and she will be awake again. So.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So. Let's finish up for tonight. Dana Lute, was great to have you on.
Thank you. It was wonderful to be here.
Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in, and thanks for joining us tonight on this episode where we didn't discuss what if one of the EF5 was a Darkfriend, because we'll do that next week. I can't promise we'll do it, but that's our aim. Let's aim for it. But who knows what happens.
We had fun tonight.
In the Flickerverse,
come and find out.
Yeah. Chaos. Yeah, that's usually what happens if if Sulin isn't here. If it's just the Swedes and the German, then it's normally chaos.
Yeah.
We need
so until then, stay safe in the Flickerverse.
Bye.
Bye everyone. Bye.
Bye.